Michelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with you all today. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about knitted patterns that are great for spring and summer and just warm weather in general. Now, of course, if you're like me and you are hot-natured, then you'll know that like hot-natured people, we can wear short sleeves all year round. So if you are hot natured, or perhaps you live in an area where the climate is warm most of the time, then this is perfect for you. Also, I like to use short sleeve shirts as layering pieces. I like to wear them over dresses, or you know, you could wear like a nice shirt underneath, or a cardigan. I love wearing them with a cardigan over it. So yeah, these are definitely year-round wear. Okay, so let's get into the first one. First, we have the Rift Tee by Jacqueline C. Slack. Now, this is a paid for a pattern, and the yardage that you will need is between 600 and 1,000 yards, which is 549 to 914 meters. Now, the yarn weight for this particular pattern is a sport weight yarn, and the bust circumference, it ranges in between 40 inches all the way up to 72 inches, and that is 102 to 183 centimeters. So that's a nice wide range of bust circumferences. So this tee is knit from the bottom up, and it also includes instructions for 2 different necklines, which is awesome. And not only that, it is extremely customizable. It has optional bust starts, instructions for short and long sleeves, and you can do a custom fit on your biceps. So that's really nice. Also, the body is slightly cropped, and it has like this really nice split for like a high-low effect. I really do like that. Now, in terms of ease, this tee has between 6 and 12 inches of ease, which is 15 to 31 centimeters of positive ease. So that is wonderful. And I will be including the approximate centimeters for each of these patterns, because I know a few of us use the metric system. So yes, I would definitely want to make sure to include that as well. And another thing that I like about this pattern is that the designer includes video tutorials for picking up stitches up under the underarm, German short rows, and a 3-needle bind off. So I do not know how to do a 3-needle bind off. So if I was to make this tee, then yeah, I'll have to be heading over to YouTube University to learn how to make a 3-needle, or how to do a 3-needle bind off. All right, y'all. So the second one we have is the Perfect Knit T-shirt by Caitlin Barthol. Now, I have talked about this top before because it is definitely one of my goals in terms of knitting. This is one of the patterns that I have in my knitting plans for this year. But it's a paid pattern. However, the pattern is free on her blog. So definitely check that out. And yardage is between 969 to 1,624 yards. And in terms of meters, it is 886 up to 1,485 meters. So yes, I will be including centimeters and meters, you know, throughout the video. Okay, so the yarn weight that this particular pattern calls for is DK, which is awesome. And the bust circumference is between a 32 to 64 inch bust, which is a 81 to 163 centimeter bust. And so this top is a raglan style, and it is worked from the top down, which is great because I like top down patterns because you can try them on as you go. So I really like that. And it is designed to be worn between 0 to 4 inches of positive ease, which is 0 to 10 centimeters of positive ease in the bust. And so, yeah, I think that is wonderful, you know. I love knowing what the ease is going to be, because that kind of determines, like, you know, how the fit is going to be and maybe the size that you choose to do. Okay. Moving on to our next tee. It is the Feldspar tee by Hannah of Herb Garden Knitwear. Now, this is a paid pattern, And in terms of yardage, you will need between 876 up to 1,460 yards, which is 801 to 1,335 meters. Now, this particular pattern calls for DK weight as well. And the bust circumference, it goes between 36 all the way up to a 62-inch bust. And that is 91 to 157 in centimeters. So yes, something I think most people can definitely fit this. Now it does have 6 inches of positive ease. I really do like that as well. And so that might determine, which size you go with. And this pattern is worked from the bottom up in the round. So love working in the round. And it does use these garter ridges, which creates like this stripe. So you have the garter ridges, and then you have like the stockinette, and then it makes these really nice subtle stripes. And I really like that because I really don't like wearing stripes, but if the stripes are like subtle garter ridges, now that I can wear. Yeah, I really like the construction of this top. And also, if you like this particular tee, you should check out Hannah's other tee called the Feelspar 2.0. And the only, the major difference is that one is it's knitted with worsted weight. There's a few other differences as well in fit, but overall it's the same stockinette garter. So if you're someone that prefers worsted, definitely check out the Feelspar T 2.0. Okay, moving on, we have the Riley tee. So the Riley tee is a paid pattern, and you will need between 670 to 1,722 yards, which is 613 to 1,575 meters. So if you want to make this, make sure you at least have that much yarn. And of course, that will be determined on your bust circumference, which goes from a 33 to 65 inch. And that is 84 to 165 centimeters. And for this one, it's also a DK weight. And trust me, they're not all DK weight. There's some other weights in here as well. But yes, it has up to 3 to 5 inches. This pollen is crazy. I don't know. Has pollen been bad for y'all? It is just all in my throat. But anyway, this tee has 3 to 5 inches of positive ease, which is 8 to 13 centimeters. So I really like that. And what I love so much about this tee is this twisted rib that's on the shoulders. It's really nice. So it's kind of like a twisted rib saddle shoulder that goes all the way down the sleeve. And I think that is such a wonderful design element. And yeah, kudos to the designer for that one because I really like it. All right, y'all. We are moving right on along. Next up, we have the Moonset tee. And this is by Haley Smealy of Ozetta Knitwear. Yes, now this is a paid pattern. And I do believe, I think most of these are paid, except for the one where it's free on the blog. Yeah, but most of these are paid. Now, for the Moonset tee, you will need between 889 to 1,632 yards, which is 813 to 1,492 meters of yarn. And so the yarn weight for this tee is fingering weight yarn. And so the tee is worked top down, and it has a nice cropped fit, which I like because most likely if it's cropped, I'll just wear it over a nice long dress or something like that. I know some people like to wear cropped t-shirts with a high-waisted pant or jeans, so that looks really nice as well. And so the bust circumference is between 36 and 63 inches, which is 91 to 160 centimeters. And so I really like that V-neck detail. It almost seems like it overlaps a little bit, and I really like that. And another thing that I really like about this pattern is that the designer has included links to video tutorials. So if there's something in this pattern, there's a stitch or a technique that you really don't understand, there are links to video tutorials. Those are some of my favorite patterns because it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it says that the designer gets us. Like they understand that, you know, we may struggle with this, you know, this particular technique. So they give us a link to direct us into the right step. So I really think that's thoughtful when it comes to designers. All right, let's move on to the Road Tripper Tee. I love this name. Now this one is also by Haley of Ozetta Knitwear. It's a paid pattern, and if you want to make this particular t-shirt, you are going to need sport weight yarn, and you will need, depending on your size, between 880 to 1,640 yards, which is 805 up to 1,500 meters. So the bust circumference for this tee is between 32 and 59 inches. And you will need, well, if in centimeters, that's between 81 to 150 meters. So when I was choosing tops today, in terms of bust range, I wanted to keep it like at least between 30 and 30 to 62. So I know some of these start maybe like in the upper 30s. So if you have a smaller bust size, that may be an issue. Or maybe you don't mind like an oversized fit. Now this pattern goes up to 59 inches. So the thing to keep in mind though is that it has been designed with 4 inches of positive ease. So even if you're a little bit bigger than a 59 inch with blocking and with over 4 inches of ease, I think you can make it work. And that is 10 centimeters of ease. And so what I like about it is that it's, even though it's cropped, it has like this really cool Henley design with the buttons. I really like that. And it is worked top down. So that's fun for sure. And I also like that there is a button band that is worked alongside the yoke. I'm currently working on a project now where you knit and then you pick up stitches and then you add the button band afterwards. And I like the fact that with this tee, you actually work the button band alongside the yoke. So that's cool. All right, y'all, we are moving on along. Okay, so the next one I have is called Hello from My Colors, cropped by Jessie Made Designs. Yes, I had to put one of her patterns on this list. It's a paid pattern, and the yardage is 815 up to 1,455 yards, which is 745 to 1,330 meters. And this particular pattern uses fingering weight yarn. And so the bust circumference for this is going to be between 34 to 66 inches, which is 86.5 to 167.5 centimeters. So we have a nice wide range. And so this pattern is very, very customizable. It actually has 2 length options, which I really like. So if you want to make the body a little cropped or you want to make it a little bit longer, which is, I don't know, I could do both. There's instructions for that. And also if you want to make the sleeves longer, there's instructions for that as well. So it is totally customizable, and that is awesome. And I typically don't like colorwork patterns very much, but there's something about this one that just caught my eye. And as I mentioned before, I really don't like wearing stripes. So this combines colorwork and stripes, and for some reason it still caught my eye. So it's definitely one that I think you should check out. Okay. We are moving on to the next one. I'm so excited about this one. It is the Summer Souffle by Laura of Penrose Knits. Yes, I'm a huge fan of her YouTube channel. And this is a paid pattern. And it has between 763 up to 2,465 yards. So that already tells you that there's a lot of sizes available. And just for reference, that is 703 to 2,254 meters. So with that much yardage, let's see what that bust circumference is. So the bust circumference ranges from 31 inches to 70.5 inches. That's incredible. That's amazing. And that is 78.5 to 179 centimeter bust circumference. And not only that, she has it written in the pattern that there's two different options for bust circumference. So it's a totally customizable pattern. It's something that I think just about everybody can make. I really love it. And for this pattern, she calls for fingering held double or just DK yarn will suffice. And I love the beautiful little ruffle. And if you like that ruffle too, if you like the summer souffle, she also has the original souffle, the petite souffle, and the chunky souffle, which is one that I'm actually looking forward to making. So there's a souffle for everyone. Yes, I'm so excited. That ruffle is so beautiful. And I don't typically wear ruffles a whole lot, but she got me with this one, y'all. She got me with this one. Okay. So up next, we have the Gather Round by Espace Tricot. And this is a paid pattern, but it is part of an ebook. So as of right now, if you want to get this pattern, it's a part of an ebook with like 8 or 9 other different patterns. But I think that the ebook total with all of those patterns is under $10, maybe even under $7. So it's really not that much. But I really like this pattern, and I would definitely give it a look. Also, Espace Tricot has other amazing patterns as well. So the yardage for this one is just crazy. It's between 1,300 all the way up to 3,100 yards. That's a lot. So that, once again, it shows you it's going to have a huge range for the bust circumference. And that is 1,188 up to 2,829 meters. And the yarn weight is worsted. And you all know I love worsted weight yarn. It is my favorite. And so I think that's another reason why I want to make it. But the bust circumference, it ranges from 40 inches all the way up to 71.5. And that is 102 to 182 centimeters. And so it is knitted top down. And then it has like a really nice I-cord finishing on the collar, the cuff, and then the hem. It has an I-cord finishing. So that's really neat. And in terms of positive ease, it's between 5 to 10 inches. That's a lot of ease. And what I like about it is it drapes so well. And I think that's because of the ease. It's just really nice. And for reference, that is 12.5 to 25.5 centimeters of positive ease. And I love the little tie detail down at the bottom. I just think that's so nice and just so, classy. I like it. All right, y'all. So the next one I have is called Plant Lady. And I love that one because I feel like I'm a plant lady. But this is by Agata Amanita Makowitz. I do apologize if I totally butchered that name. But this paid pattern calls for a nice amount of yardage, between 798 up to about 2,000 yards, and that's 730 to about 1,800 meters of yardage. So the yarn weight is a fingering weight, and the bust circumference goes from 41.25 to 67 inches, and that is 105 to 170 centimeters. So this top is worked from the bottom up, and it is designed to have 8 inches, which is 20 centimeters of positive ease. So that's a nice amount of positive ease. And I really, really like the lace detail down at the bottom. It's like leaves. It's like a lace motif of leaves, and I just think it's really, really beautiful. I think it'll look great in any color, but just with it being called Plant Lady and it's in green, I don't know. I think that's why it called out to me. So Yeah, really, really like it. And so let me know in the comment section if you all have already knitted some of these tops, or maybe you want to knit some of these tops. Let me know for sure. And also, I have created a Ravelry bundle with over 25 patterns. Actually, it's over 30. Yeah, I think it's closer to like 32 patterns. I couldn't fit them on, I couldn't fit them all in today, so I just chose 10 of them. But I will leave a link to that Ravelry bundle, and I have over 30 other knitted tops for spring and summer in that bundle as well. And also, you all may be wondering, well, what about the tank tops? Well, I got you. I am going to be making a separate video about knitted tank tops. So these are going to be your sleeveless options. Yeah, I have a whole nother list of those that I would like to share with you all, because the warm weather, it is here, or perhaps maybe where you are, it's on the way. Or if you're on the other half of the world, maybe it's already gone. But tank tops are great for layering, and you can definitely wear them all year round. And so, in case you've been wondering, in case you've been staring at this the entire video, this is my Sophie scarf by Petite Knit. And yeah, I just like wearing it in my hair. It's really nice. So anyway, I will leave links to everything in the description box below. Also, you can find links to my favorite knitting tools. And yeah, definitely check out my YouTube community tab. I ask a lot of fun questions there, and I really love reading you all's responses. They're so fun. I absolutely love it. And let me know what you worked on while you watched, or maybe you just chilled. Maybe you didn't work on anything at all, which is totally fine. And I will also leave a link to my Ko-Fi account in the description box. And yeah, so just thank you so much for watching. And if you want to continue watching, you can just simply click on one of the videos on the end screen. So until next time, bye. Oh, I totally forgot to share with you all what I was working on. I think I said I was going to show you. Anyway, I am working on my Novice Cardigan 2.0 because I had to frog the first one. But I believe I'm going to make an entire video dedicated to this, so no worries. I am going to make a video talking all about my success, hopefully, and my failures. Yeah.